Hello awesome people of YouTube, welcome back to another game of StarCraft 2. This is going to be a 1 versus 1 on Orbital Shipyard. Our two players are going to be the red Terran, DeMusliM, and our blue Terran, MMA. So this is a Terran versus Terran, something that I haven't cast much of at all. In fact, I've only done one game so far, rather a best of 3 I think so far, which was between Bunny and... it was only recently, but I can't remember it for some reason. It's just not quite going into my head right now. It's Hero Marine, that's the one. So we are going to be on Orbital Shipyard, as I did say a few moments ago. We're going to see how both of our players are starting, and a very different style already starting to come up. DeMusliM is having an early gas, which suggests some sort of Reaper aggression, and it does look like MMA has his refinery a little bit later. So this is going to be interesting to see. It does appear that the two barracks are very similarly timed, and there is a second barracks on the way for MMA as well. I wonder, is he going to do 2 Reapers at the same time, or is he going to be doing something different? It does appear though that MMA is lining up his barracks for a Reaper as well, and just about ready. Is there a Reaper? Yes, there is indeed. A Reaper comes out. And just before we continue, actually, I forgot to mention DeMusliM. He's on Team Evil Geniuses, just to give a bit of credit. And he's from the United Kingdom. And MMA, he is actually retired at the moment, but he's formerly from Evil Geniuses. Or sorry, Team Korea, Team Acer. And he's from Korea, as I messed up there. So, a second barracks here with another Reaper out for MMA, but on the other hand, it does look like there was a factory started for DeMusliM. So different types of builds from the very beginning. There is a supply depot here, just pretty much to spot stuff. It's good to spread your base around as a Terran, because you can build anywhere. You're not confined to creep or pylon power. You could just build anywhere you want, and doing this for vision is pretty damn handy. He is going to spot this Reaper pretty much as soon as it comes up. Do a bit of damage, and is this SCV going to get killed? No, not quite getting killed. He's probably going to want to pull it back to the mineral line and hide it safely, maybe even repair it, who knows. Although I honestly don't know if it's worth repairing an SCV. That is a good question. How much mining time do you lose if you repair an SCV versus if you lose it and build it again? So 3 Reapers here at the moment. Is he still producing more? He is not. Actually, you know what's really strange? Oh, I see. I was wondering why the icon is not showing on the actual barracks, but it's because he's building an attachment, which is a tech lab, and the second one is a reactor. So 3 Reapers on the field right now. Not going to be able to do much now that there's a Hellion there already. And Marines being made from DeMusliM. Now, DeMusliM really likes his medevac play, and I saw this in one of his previous games. Very clever to put a weather mine here as well. Going to be able to take out any sort of Reapers that come in. Now there we go. He's going to load up his Marines. Going to head on away. And is he going to get spotted by these Reapers? No, he is not. A block kind of almost useless versus Reapers. I mean, all it does is force him to just go over the edge. But I assume that MMA didn't see that medevac, although it did get very close. So it's going to be interesting to see, did he spot it or not? He is heading back, so either he's just keeping his units safe, or he is indeed pulling back. So just to note, the Widow Mine was also picked up here, so there it is. It is getting burrowed right now. Doesn't actually manage to shoot it off, which is very interesting. This means that this is going to get cleaned up quite easily. Gonna do a bit of damage to the command center, but not really going to get much done with that. Oh, he does manage to actually get one of the Reapers down. 2 Reapers are now down. And he does do a little bit of damage. Now there was a lot of loss there for DeMusliM. I'm going to quickly have a look at the units lost. 6 Marines, 1 medevac, and 1 Widow Mine. I would argue that that's definitely not fair, not worth it at this point. He does see that there's also a Viking on the field, so this Liberator is going to have to be very careful. Unless he can destroy like 4 or 5 drones pretty much, or SCVs pretty much instantly, it's not going to be worth it for him. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. He does manage to destroy 4, so at this point, this has almost paid for itself. just the gas that it's losing out on. But of course, at the same time, he did kill, I believe, 3 drones that were on the gas. So this Viking gone around scouting. If this was to take it on, I do believe that the Viking would win. It does have twice the damage. Although it is questionable. I wonder which one of these would actually win one-on-one. Now there's a second Liberator here, so at this point they're definitely going to want to take it on. 2 of them. Now this one Liberator is going to be in trouble. Does manage to get the Viking down, so it does appear that one Viking would absolutely annihilate a Reaper. Not a Reaper, a Liberator. And there is one of MMA's own medevac drops. So I'm really happy to see that this is not a Marine and Siege Tank play pretty much throughout the whole game. There's a lot of drops going on, there's a bit of airplay. And that's really good to see. Now, DeMusliM is aware of this. He did spot it at the end. The question is, was he focused on it? So 3 SCVs already, or 4 SCVs taken out. A bit more now being taken out, and at this point, is he going to be able to do anything significant? Now 4 Marines are remaining, so I believe he lost 4 there for the cost of 8 SCVs. Definitely a worthy exchange for him. So very, very good play. And good job MMA for pulling out before actually getting a little bit too late with that. And this Liberator is getting chased. Is it going to get taken out? Yes, it is indeed going to get taken out. Very good to have that Cyclone ready. Seems to do very good against Liberators. And another drop here. This one is actually a Siege Tank, so I assume he's just going to bring it in with his main army rather than bringing it around to harass. Does pick off a free Marine also. Can never complain about a free Marine. That's just amazing. A 3rd base coming out from MMA as well. So obviously he's not thinking that he's going to take out DeMusliM right now. He thinks that he's probably just going to do a bit of harassment, expand off the back of that, and essentially just continue on the game with better economy. Now these 2 Marines, are they going to get spotted here? Yes, they are indeed. Is he going to catch them out? That's another question. They did just kind of get left there. One gets taken out. The other one is rallied off to God knows where. One free supply depot has been taken out. And at this point, this is actually doing a lot of damage. There was, what, 2 supply depots and also a reactor, as far as I remember, taken out. So actually quite a significant loss for him there for free. There is Stimpack on the way for DeMusliM. And as far as I'm aware, oh, it looks like MMA already has it. Right, so MMA sitting outside this base, very peculiar. He's going to try to do a little bit of damage without getting spotted, without losing any units. That's the most important thing. Any sort of damage that you can get off like this is very, very valuable to you, because it's nice to get you know, an army engaged and winning the fight, but at the same time, if you're able to take out buildings or units without losing anything, that is ridiculously beneficial to you. Now, it's very strange how the tank can fire. I wonder, if there was a building here, would it be able to fire even though technically it's firing through the wall? Now, he is taking off free attachments here. Now he's baiting these Marines. He does have the medevacs there for a reason. He's just trying to bait the Marines to come a little bit closer. There you go, 2 SCVs taken out there. Very good play here. There you go, 2 siege tanks now here. There's not going to be any opportunity to put down the siege tanks again, unless he wants to risk losing them. Now let's have a quick look at how our players are doing. It does look like there's a 3rd base up and about to land for DeMusliM. This one is actually already saturated for MMA, so his income is going to be a lot higher. As you can see, almost 2200 minerals per minute. Spiking even higher right now. Whereas DeMusliM still about 1200, which is a bit more than half. So the longer this stays like this, the better for MMA. But he is now fully saturated. He did pull off a lot of SCVs. I call them everything but what they actually are. That's just my luck. My English does not flow sometimes, and I do apologize for that. So this is now fully saturated. He is going to be able to see pretty much everything that's going on. Both of them actually doing scans to see everything. These siege tanks are actually very, very low. Wow, this is 15 health. If he manages to one-shot that, it would be pretty beneficial for him. In fact, if he hit this one, I'm pretty sure he would take both of these out together. Now the debris are going to get taken out very shortly. Just 2 Marines sitting around here, probably just to spot any other drops. There we go, 1 siege tank is taken out and 1 in return. And at this point it's going to be a bit of a standstill, a bit of a, you know, who moves first. A lot of Marines here on the side. He doesn't actually have combat shields prepared, which is quite interesting. Because if he did have combat shields, he would be able to survive a full siege shot. With all of these. Oh, there we go. It's actually just done now, after I said it. Didn't even notice that it was being produced. Level 2 armor for infantry is on the way for MMA also. So he's definitely very happy with his upgrades. Now that's a lot of pickups for siege tanks. Now here it's going to be most important who puts down their siege tanks first. 1 siege tank gets taken out. I'm not quite sure why he didn't pick that up. Probably ran out of medevacs, and because it was so low health, didn't really bother. Oh, that was actually quite nice. Does get an early engage here with the siege tanks, and just like the game with Bunny and who was it again? I keep forgetting the name. Hero Marine. Just between Hero and Bunny, it was pretty much whoever managed to bring down the siege tanks first. If you had your siege tanks down first, then at that point you just absolutely wreck all the Marines. Look at all that damage. Even if you lost those siege tanks, it would already be worth all the damage that he's doing. I mean, he is on the offensive, and he is doing so much damage that, you know, the DeMusliM is not even in a position to counterattack because of all the damage that he's done. So these units are on the way back. They're not really going to like what they're going to find, because there is about 5 siege tanks here. And looks like MMA is interested in taking an expansion. Now DeMusliM is probably going to be thinking very similarly soon. The question is going to be whether he will try to attack first. He is a little bit oversaturated here because the minerals are running out. So he's definitely going to be in a position to take on a new base soon. Now there's level 3 weapons for Marines on the way for both of these players. And also level 2 armor for MMA. DeMusliM already has it completed. And no intention for level 3 as of yet. Never mind, as I said it, he did start it. So let's see what's going to happen here. This could be a huge engage. No, it does look like DeMusliM actually put down his siege tanks first, so MMA was not able to continue from there. Now these siege tanks gonna want to siege up now. Be prepared for what's going on here. And there we go, getting a few siege tanks lost straight away. I believe there was about 3 lost just because he put them down first. So 2 tanks for the cost of 3, and injuring one of them quite significantly also. So a good trade for MMA. A lot of them. Wow, this is like a paratrooper drop. Look at all of these Marines. A crazy amount of damage. This is quite significant. DeMusliM doing so much damage with this drop. I do believe that MMA is not going to have enough units to actually clean this up. Look at all this. The siege tank is coming in now, and slowly the reinforcements are helping him clean up. But how much damage has been done at this point? There's 5 SCVs destroyed, a bunch of units. He should probably try to focus some of these SCVs as well. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 SCVs taken out. And this is getting absolutely cleaned up. 19 SCVs destroyed. 21. It just keeps going up and up. Is he never going to lose these units? 21 SCVs destroyed for the cost of, what, about, I would say about 3 medevacs worth of Marines? Even if he's doing a 1-to-1 trade from Marines to SCVs, that was absolutely worth it. That is going to set back MMA quite heavily, but on the other hand, he's still ahead. Probably mainly because he doesn't... Because DeMusliM is only setting up his 3rd base right now, whereas this base is already fully saturated. So as soon as that gets saturated fully, I do believe we're going to start seeing a bit of a jump in income. And look at all these Marines. an insane amount of Marines on the field. He does have quite a big supply advantage, about 40-ish supply. So at this point he is in a better position to attack. He does have more siege tanks as well. I mean, if we look on the Muslim side, there's now 4 remaining. And MMA's there's 4 as well, actually, so not a huge difference. But it does look like the Vikings are also in the back, helping out, destroying some of the medevacs. And here we go, we do have 85 to 140 supply. Is this going to be GG? MMA moving all the way into the Muslim's base. He is right up in his face, and good, and game is called. So that's pretty much it. A very, very good first game. Absolutely action-packed. A good start to this best of 3 series. A lot of Marine and Siege action going on. What I don't really understand at the moment is why is there no Marauders being used. I really, if somebody knows this, please answer that to me, because I don't understand it as at the moment. It does look like a good response to siege tanks, but that's pretty much it. I'm going to move on to game number 2 between these 2 titans, and my social media links are on the right hand side here. My subscription button's underneath as usual. If you want to subscribe, you're very welcome to, and leave any comments below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Good luck, take care, bye bye.